Meantime, 10 News has learned a Tierrasanta community is on a crusade to stop this convicted sex offender from moving back into their neighborhood. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. 36-year-old Joshua Reeves was arrested during an FBI sting for child pornography. And as 10 News reporter Itika Malanis discovered, a well-known father has also entered the fight to keep him away.
Joshua Reeves lives in this home. Just a few feet away is the home of the two girls that court records show he said he fantasized about drugging and molesting. Just a few months from now, a judge will allow Reeves to come back to his home. Joshua Reeves was surrounded by more than a dozen children living near his home on Portobello Court. Neighbors say the engineer is married and was looking forward to having kids of his own. Brandy Mulvey has lived next door to him for at least 4 years.
And there are 3 windows that look directly into our yard.
So imagine her shock when she recently found out her 35-year-old neighbor was arrested for having and distributing child porn on the internet.
It's disgusting.
Reeves was among 130 people arrested during an FBI sting. Mulvey says she read all his court records.
He fantasized about watching my girls and drugging them with Benadryl and having his way with them.
The judge didn't sentence Reeves to jail, but 1-year probation in a halfway house. But there was no space for Reeves, so he was sent home under house arrest.
I don't feel safe with my children.
Mulvey and neighbors felt they had to do something.
There was probably at least a half a dozen, maybe a dozen families that wrote letters to the judge and how concerned we were that he was still living here.
The father of murdered teenager Chelsea King also wrote a letter. Neighbors even showed up at a court hearing for the convicted sex offender. 2 days later, he was moved to a halfway house. But when his sentence is up in a few months, Reeves will be allowed to return home.
Even his probation agent told me I'm not safe.
Mulvey says she'll continue her crusade to find Reeves another place to live. In Tierrasanta, Itika Malanis, 10 News.